LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Dr. Drew is in Detroit, Motor City, right?
Yep.
All right. Fantastic. That's the most he's going to say all night. Brandon and Ronnie are here tonight from the Killers. Poor Killers, Drew. Either the poor Killers or the very, very lucky Killers, because the last time they were here, I wasn't here, and this time you're not here.
Oh, nice.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to plan it so that the next time they come back, neither one of us is here.
Well,
Just run the show.
Just be like us sitting here with engineers Michelle. The Killers have sold 2 million records since they were here last.
Wow.
And even though I wasn't here, I'm taking full credit for the band's success, who's going to be on Leno tonight. First appearance on Tonight Show?
First one.
Yeah, it's our first
How
one.
was the crowd?
It was great, actually.
It was?
Yeah, it's I guess there were people standing up, and that's...
Hooting and hollering.
Did they
Apparently, that hasn't been done in a very, very, very long time.
No.
So that's cool. That's cool
so
for us.
do you feel like a lot of your fans came out to see you?
Yeah.
Saw some. Yeah, there were quite a few shirts, Killer shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want, because if not, you just get the normal crowd.
Right.
They're there to see Tom Arnold, and it's bad times. Unless you can win them over with your unique brand of rock, but that's
What
tough.
you don't know,
'cause
Adam,
that's a tough crowd. Yeah,
Since you weren't here last time, these are really nice guys.
I know they're extraordinarily nice.
Thanks, Drew.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, but you understand too, Drew. You know them as the Killers who hadn't sold 2 million records.
The
now we're
enthusiastic, right? The enthusiastic, young, not yet jaded Killers. That's right.
Right now they're coked up. They got a wagon train of hookers following them. I just saw one punch out his manager, who's his mother.
Nice.
Yeah. So has success changed you? Stupid question, but
I'm still Ronnie from the block.
is it? But well, let me say this, because I've had some marginal success and turned into a huge a-hole. I had limited success, but turned into a massive a-hole. I outdid myself in the a-hole department. But what happens is you get busy, you get a little strung out, you get a little tired, you have a few too many people sort of tugging on you, and then you start giving people short answers, and then they get PO'd.
Yeah. Or
Does that happen yet?
If you don't return phone calls, they think you're a rock star.
Oh,
or something
yeah.
like that. People don't understand that we have busy lives and
Or if they
schedules.
stop to talk to you in the airport and you spend an hour with them, and then you got to catch your plane, and then okay, Mr. Celebrity, Mr. Rock Star.
Yeah.
I would talk to people in a bar in like Wisconsin for 4 hours, and at a certain point go, I got to take a leak. Okay, Your Highness, here comes the big blow off. I drank 27 beers with you, buddy, and I gave you a hand job. Can I take a leak? I just want to get a little Purell and wash my hand off. Okay, Your Highness. I mean, that's what it is. Now here's what it is. Here I would say, when you're a civilian, you have 1 or 2 people a day that need to talk to you on a good day, and you have a couple hours for each person. You just do the math. You have 100 people want to talk to you. You got 3 minutes for everyone.
Yeah.
If you got 200 people, you got a minute and a half for everyone, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Killers right now have about 20 seconds for everybody who comes into their lives.
Be standing in a line.
But still living in Vegas and proud of it.
Yes.
Enjoying Vegas, yes?
3 of us were born and
Turn the guest
raised.
Oh, turn the guest up a little, Michelle.
the guest up.
Oh, they're all the way up.
Sorry, 3 of us were born and raised there, and
It's good. It's one or the other. All right. So
3 of us were born and raised there. No, it's
everyone was born in Vegas.
Yeah, except for Dave. He's from Iowa. He's our
Same
guitar
place.
player. Same place.
And how far off the strip did you guys live?
I'm about 10 miles from the strip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you can get anywhere. You can get from anywhere. You can get to the strip in maybe 20 minutes max.
And would you go like Jimmy Kimmel, on again, off again, lover, grew up in Vegas
Went
too?
to the same high school as Ronnie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Clark High School.
Oh, Clark. See, he says it was Kimmel. He said they changed it to Kimmel
Yeah.
High since he got on
Now
network.
there's somebody who's gone rock star.
Oh,
You can see it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you got to
Talk to him, man.
You got to talk to somebody just to get to somebody who can talk to him. It's not even. It's 3 or 4 people.
That's right.
It's a long ladder before you get to him. He says that he would just go. Their family would like go in and eat buffets and then go home. Like they sort of used Vegas like it was like in a utilitarian way or something. They didn't get caught up with the shows too much or the gambling too much. Just go in, eat some buffet, and then go back home. Would you guys do it? Would you go ride the roller coasters, eat the buffets, and head back, or did you gamble?
Everybody seemed to have.
They were 12-year-olds at the table.
Well, no.
60 and red.
Yeah.
Everybody, I think all of us probably have at least one family member that took the wrong road, and we all kind of learned from that. But
Oh, really? Yeah.
So it was great. It is a great thing, and it can be really a fun, like you said, if you just want to go eat and, if you can refrain from gambling.
It's really interesting, though. Is it? You think it's the pull of all that arousal and stimulation that just sucks people into it?
The proximity of it, you mean?
Yeah.
It's difficult to say because
let's put it this way.
Yeah.
I know, but let's put it this way. You said everybody has a family member that gets sucked into that. That's not true of everybody everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just and I think out of everybody in our band, we've got those examples.
The lights are going out in this room again.
Oh, good.
I'm sitting in
Drew's,
a pitch black room.
Drew's in Detroit in some sort of in your hotel, right?
Yeah, in a little banquet room. And last night the room had completely, and now it's dark again.
Well, they're probably on some kind of timer or something.
I talked to a guy about it tonight. He said it's a motion detector, and I'm like, I'm moving around. I'm gonna have to. Oh, this is
be
ridiculous.
strong.
Drew, you can catch up on some masturbation now, buddy. Look at this. Make lemonade out of this, or at least
whatever.
pudding. At least pancake mix. All right. Let's go. It's a late night show. Safe harbor, everybody. Yeah, we're going to hear something from the Killers. Actually, I'll hear a couple things from the Killers before the night is through. Mandy is on line 6. She's 22. Thought she saw me driving on the freeway. We'll be able to tell if it was me or not by one simple question.
How fast?
Was the guy picking his nose? Hold on. Because if the answer is no, you missed me. It's just,
Adam?
yeah.
Hey, I just have to tell you that if you were checking me out, I would be so flattered because I'm such a fan of yours.
All right. Well, where were we?
What was he driving?
We were on the 405, and I have a brand new Mustang, so I'm wondering if maybe you were checking out my car or me. But
What was he driving?
I was wearing a bathing suit top. Well, I am wearing a bathing suit top. So
Wow. Hold on a
Might have been
second. Let me say something. Once in a while, like, Drew, you know how I always say a chick in a bathing suit wearing tennis shoes is smoking hot? Like, once in a while the hot chick, she's in a bikini and she puts her tennis shoes on because the sand is hot to run up to the snack shack. It's a really hot look because it's not that weird stripper, big wedgy heel look. It's more that sort of girl next door, but it looks something. Once in a while, you see a chick driving in a bathing suit or in the top with the towel wrapped around. That's a hot look. That's like a huge tennis shoe around her. That is a hot look. I wish I'd seen that. Mandy?
yes, that's exactly what I'm wearing. Was it you?
No.
What was he driving?
Where were you?
I was on the 405 going south toward
Mexico?
the 5.
Oh, okay.
You were.
Well, when was it? When was
you were
this?
driving. It was like 45 minutes ago, maybe an hour.
No way.
No.
You were driving.
What was I driving just for fun? And if it was a car that's nicer than mine, I'm going to get angry. What was it? What was it?
Listen, it was a nice 5 Series BMW.
Oh, that's
Well,
nice.
Adam doesn't have one of those, so there you go.
I don't have one of those. It's really one of the only cars I don't have, though.
Yeah.
You weren't flirting with me on the freeway then?
No.
I could have been and just not known it, but I was on another freeway. You know what I mean? Heading another direction. All right, you drive around at night in a bikini top?
It's so hot, and my car is so hot. I have to be hot in my car.
Adam, that's why you drive with your shirt off all the time.
I drive nude. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hot in your car.
So hot in my car.
That's one of
Mustangs
those
don't have air
porn-
condition? What is that?
No, this is
That's just a
2003, Dre. It's not a new one.
I beg your pardon.
I was just laughing about today because I was some sort of nudist camp. There's some nudist tennis camp or something, and everything's in Florida. I don't know what I don't know how it came up, but I thought to myself, those people that are like hey, man, you go to the beach, you got to take your trunks off, man. You feel free. It's for the first time in your life, you feel free. It's like, I don't feel that inhibited wearing a pair of running shorts. I really don't. If you really look at it, like, Muhammad Ali did some magnificent things. And like, you think if you were nude, you could have beat Muhammad Ali? Like, or maybe done a better dive than Greg Louganis. If you could just do it nude, you'd kick everyone's ass. Like, I think I'm a little better with some trunks on. Tell you the truth, water skiing, wakeboarding.
Right.
Drew?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Think of the resistance that Sherwood Forest you've got going on your backside.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's the counter pendulum of the sack.
Oh yeah, of course. That's right.
I zig, I zig, and the sack zags, and all of a sudden I'm pulled off kilter.
Off the road.
You didn't hear Stryker talking about his prodigious sack, did you? All right. I just got to get to the bottom of Mandy. Mandy?
Adam, listen, I was at a friend's house in the jacuzzi, so that's why I have my bikini on.
Okay. What cup size are you?
Well, I had a boob job, so...
Oh, okay. Well, all right. But you still have a cup size.
Yeah, they're D's.
Okay. You want to...
Bouncy.
What do you do? Do you dance? What do you do for a living?
Actually, I just graduated college, and I don't work right now. So my dad's pretty well off, so we're pretty cool right now. But I'm not stupid. I graduated college. And
What college?
Junior college.
What college?
What college? Northridge?
Santa Barbara City. UCSB.
Oh,
That's cool.
Gaucho. All right, baby.
Yeah.
All right, well, call me when you get a gig, because
Wait,
I'm
Adam.
looking to be taken care of.
Hang on a second. I'm confused. Is she left Santa Barbara?
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't in Santa Barbara today.
No, but
I
mean,
know, but in general, most people go to Santa Barbara and they never come back. It's so beautiful.
No.
They stare at the ocean.
I live in Calabasas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you could go back to that. That's going to be it's a weird thing when dad has a bunch of money and then he has a sporty daughter and she wants the things like, well, no, but
Tennis shoes.
she wants the boob job and she wants the Mustang convertible and all that kind of stuff. And on one hand, you're the loving dad, but on the other hand, these are all things that are going to attract a bunch of scumball guys.
Yes.
And
what are you
so
setting her up for?
Yeah, what's the move? I mean, okay, honey, I'll put the down on the 205 Mustang there, and I'll get you the boob jobs, and you'll start wearing the bikini tops, driving around town, and we'll get the weirdos following you home. Like, but then what's that balance? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, you want to attract the rich husband, but...
Yeah, well, that's not what I'm saying, Drew. That's very condescending, by the way. But
No, I mean,
what part of the Middle East are you from, by the way, Drew? Attract a rich husband.
But you know what I mean? What is it? What is his goal in that?
Well, I think his goal is he has a daughter and he wants to take care of her, just like you want to take care of your kids. But
you don't get a boob job in a convertible because you want to take care of her.
My feeling is you're going to get you get the minivan and the boob job, or you get the convertible and the coveralls.
Yeah.
But you're the boob job and the convertible. That's a recipe for rape, right there. Yeah.
Bad news.
Recipe for Rape would be a decent name for a cookbook, Drew.
Wish you graduated.
Absolutely.
Not a great name, but a decent name. All right, let's talk to. We got a Germany or Florida coming up here. Doctor says her boyfriend is a sex addict. That sounds
Nice.
provocative. Ann,
Yes.
what's up?
Hi,
You're
Adam.
28. What's happening?
Thank you so much for taking my call. I really
Say hi to the Killers.
Hi, Killers. I love your music. I have your CD. You guys are great.
Thanks.
I've been listening to LoveLine since high school, so I really appreciate you taking my call. I just started seeing a therapist this last month for depression. I got out of a 6-year relationship last summer, and I'm still I'm really depressed. I went to a therapist, and I want to dump this therapist already. I've seen him 3 times. He's hypothesizing that my boyfriend, who I'm now trying to get back together with, is a sex addict just because he had an affair for 2 years and because he likes porn. He's hypothesizing that he's a sex addict, but he's 28 years old.
Hold on a second. He had an affair for 2 years while you two were together, and you didn't know about it for the 2 years.
I confronted him, but he denied it, and it actually got worse, and that's part of the reason that the therapist thinks that he could be a sex addict. But that seems...
Did you see Sideways, the movie?
Yes, I did actually.
That's your boyfriend. That's your boyfriend.
Yes, it is. It was. Yeah.
Okay, let me give you that. Let me give you that guy's diagnosis: sociopath, sex addict. So that's what you're dealing with.
Hold on, Ann. Did you see
That
New
guy in the
York?
movie had
Did you
two
see
of
New
them.
York Minute? Did you see New York Minute? The Olsen twins. That's my partner. That's my partner. He was the dad in New York Minute. So there,
That one.
we're even.
it's
You and the
not
rest of the
fair.
world. All right,
It's not fair?
I'm almost through it, by the way. Well, look, he's a shrink. You want him to weigh in on things. You don't want him to make rash decisions.
What,
but
how is it that
this
we
is
came to the
something.
same and we came to the same conclusion? And you're telling me he is that guy, and that guy was a sociopath sex addict. That's who he is. And if that's who your boyfriend is, the question becomes then, why are you attracted to sociopaths, to really bad, narcissistic, bad guys? And well, I mean, that's
Well,
what
hold on.
you're telling us. I mean, I don't know your boyfriend.
Let me talk her down. How much porn does this guy view?
He you know, you can check cookies on the internet. He looks at a lot of porn.
Does
But
he?
He's 28 years old.
I know, but every guy, from the time he sprouts his first pube to the time he pushes up his first daisy, is going to look. Whatever happened to pushing up daisies? It used to die. He used to push up daisies. I don't know if anyone knows what that means anymore, but it's going to look at porn. The question is how much? I mean, if this guy
And what
spends
kind?
a couple hours a night on the internet, that's a problem.
Okay.
Well, and I'm guessing from your answer, that's what he does.
Well,
Why
I
d-
don't know,
why
but
do you-
he does it when I'm not there. He doesn't look at it while I'm there. He does it. I work a lot. I
All right.
travel.
Well, hold on. Let's have a little discussion here without Ann getting in the way. But to me, and Drew, disagree if you want to disagree. There's sort of porn watchers, and then there are porn participators. They're the guys who pop in the DVD, watch 6 minutes, beat off, and go to bed, like moi. And then they're the guys who sit on the internet for 2 or 3 hours talking to people, chatting,
right.
going back and forth. I mean, it's really sort of somewhere in between watching porn and cheating. You're having interaction with people. You're
And those
spending a
guys-
good amount of money.
Those
Yes.
guys are right. Those guys move on to other things. That keeps escalating, and that's often how they meet the people they cheat with. But we should listen. Am I incorrect? She said her boyfriend is like the guy in Sideways, and that guy is portrayed exquisitely clearly as a sex-addicted sociopath. It's like he's a bad guy, and it's portrayed that way. Now, if she says that's my boyfriend, what are you going to do? Now, whether he's a sex addict or not, he's a bad guy. He doesn't care about her. He's a
Well, he
narcissist.
cheated for 2 years. And
Yeah,
by the
I
way,
mean,
the part where you cheat on your girlfriend, your spouse, whatever, and they think something's up and you deny it for a few years, that's the most unfair thing. They think they're going nuts. They cry and apologize and say, I'm sorry for accusing you and all that stuff. It's
Has to
really...
see a shrink.
It's twisting a stick that's
But
already jabbed in their
why
side.
the severe codependency that she
All right,
was
Ann.
unwilling to...
Yeah,
Why
how
that?
about you keep the shrink and find a new boyfriend, or
Right,
don't
here's the
bring
deal.
him back?
And here's the deal. You must have had like an alcoholic dad. You must have, and here's the deal. That this shrink is right on the money. You stay with this.
Okay, I just wanted to know if he was overreacting. It sounded a little overdone, but
Well, the guy cheated on you for 2 years. That's not enough?
What was with your dad? Was he an alcoholic?
No, my dad is wonderful. I have a great relationship. I have a mom, but I have a wonderful father.
What's wrong with your mom?
Healthy relationship. She's a manic depressive.
All right, so there's where the problem comes in. Was she also an addict?
No, she's not. No,
Just bipolar.
right.
And
All right.
were you having to take care of her a lot when you were growing up?
Just when she was going through the sleeping for a week, sometimes calling my dad home to come just to make sure she was okay and that kind of thing. But
All right.
she was
So
abusive,
listen,
but-
Ann,
She
the
was
guy
abusive,
cheated
but-
on you for 2 years. That's enough.
Okay, thank
You're
you.
28. Well, you've been listening to the show for 10 years, and this is all we get?
No, I
Jesus
really
Christ.
appreciate it. No, I really
I know. No, I don't want you to kiss our ass. I want you to listen to us.
Right. You should have picked this up 4 years ago,
You know
5
what
years
this
ago.
You know what this is equivalent of? This is equivalent of some guy who's like flabby and has no muscles and a big beer gut going to some workout guru. I'm a huge fan. I got all your tapes, and I've been doing your workouts every day. Like, you look like, put a shirt on, buddy. It's disgusting. True. Big
Yes.
saucer-sized nipples.
Nice.
Man boobs. Hey, I'm a big fan of your workout tapes. This is Drew. Don't you want to kill yourself? She's been listening for like 14 years and has gained nothing.
at least she knew enough to sort of. But you could hear the level of denial that she was in. She was confronted by a therapist.
She's trying to justify it that because he's 28.
Right.
That's
she's
okay to watch.
Yeah.
There's something more going on. She really needs the therapy in big time. She really, really needs it. So.
And also, 28 is not 19.
Right.
You can,
That's right.
It's time to start settling in terms of your relationships.
It's a good time to get intensive therapy too.
All right.
Yeah.
When's a bad time to get intensive therapy, Drew? When you're dead. That's good.
That's right. When you're pushing up daisies, yes, that's
right.
When you sprout your first pube, that's also a bad time.
That's right.
Yeah, we made our way back to that.
Yeah. See, we've come full circle.
I love it.
All right, we have a killer's question. You know what? I promise we got to start breaking on time. That's what happened. I've decided that these 30-minute segments were just actually I was fine with them, but everyone else decided they're going on too long. So we're going to try to get a little closer to a schedule, and we'll take our scheduled break. Killers in studio tonight. We have a question for the lads. We also have we have a Germany or Florida that's going to be scintillating, and many other questions after this.
LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready.
LoveLine is brought to you by the May issue of Playboy. The women of Wisteria Lane ain't got nothing on these desperate housewives.
Hey everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam, that's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is in Detroit tonight, Drew.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you
What's
got?
up, Vicar?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going as the Vicar of Christ until there's a new pope, by the way. So if you guys just kind of call me the Vicar, that'd be
What
cool.
about Detroit, Vicar?
What is it? Is it 2 hours, 3 hours over there?
3 hours.
3 hours?
Good times.
Is it all of Michigan's 3? No.
I don't know if that's true or not. We're right here where it sort of switches over.
I would like for states just to go ahead and agree on whatever the whole state would be the same thing. You know,
think
it's
it
a little
generally is.
Little
Generally,
confusing.
Yeah.
I like Arizona, which says, nah.
Stays the same, right?
Nah, you guys go ahead.
Yeah.
We're going to hang
They
back
never
here.
change, right?
We were just in Arizona.
Yeah.
Man. That's a great state.
And by the
Great
way,
state of Arizona.
what do they get at daylight savings time? It's going to be 110 another hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
There's no upside.
I don't know. And Vegas is, I don't know what officially the hottest, I don't know if, I'm trying to think what the hottest state's got to be Arizona. And Death Valley's Death Valley's the hottest place on the planet. It's not just, in the United States.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty much just lowest sea level gets the honor of being the hottest place. But even if Death Valley was a very, very, very nice 75 degrees every day, still living in a place called Death Valley seems like maybe you're asking for trouble.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then on the other hand, maybe it's like that. Like with a name like Death Valley, you got to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never thought about that, Drew. It's like we got.
He's from Death Valley. He's pretty awesome.
He's awesome. Yeah. You know what? It's like the handicap.
Right.
When you're from Death Valley, you got to work harder.
Right.
But you achieve that much more. Yeah, as opposed to being from Hawaiian Gardens out here and just resting on your ass. That's why Hawaiian Gardens is a dump, because they're all lazy, Drew. You know what I mean? They don't work hard.
Yeah, it's called Hawaiian
Hey,
Gardens.
we got a good name. We don't have to pick up our trash or empty any garbage or do any sewage or anything.
If we just change the name to Hawaiian Death Camp, well, then now that they're picking it up.
Hawaiian Death Camp. Hawaiian Death Camp for me would be a place where I'd go, I might check it out. I don't know. All right. Let's take. Let's see. The killers call for the killers. People have questions or comments. Melanie,
Yeah.
you're 16.
Yep.
What's up?
I just want to say I'm a big fan, and I listened to you since I was like, I don't know, 9. And my question.
Oh, that's me.
16.
That's me. Is that me?
What?
All right. And then you're a big fan of the Killers too, right?
Huge fan. I've had the album since it came out. I got it the day after it came out. And my question.
Just downloaded it the very next day, huh?
No, I went to a comic book store in Massachusetts,
Really?
visiting my brother.
Okay.
I went and got it.
What is
See,
he doing
now-
in Massachusetts?
But hold on a second, Drew. You know how we
books.
always say specific information? That's how you know people aren't lying?
Right.
She could never, ever
would
be
never make
lying
that
about
up.
buying that in a gazillion years because she gave us a whole bunch of information we didn't need.
I didn't know we sold our records in comic book stores, which is cool. I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Well, look at it this way. It's probably them selling comic books in record stores, not records in comic book stores. That's the way I would look at it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What was it doing at the comic book store, Melanie?
Oh, well, they sell everything. They sell, like cool clothes and records and...
They should get like a halter top, a bong, a Killers CD, and a Spider-Man.
What's your brother doing in Massachusetts?
He lives with his mom, and I live with my dad.
His mom.
We have the same dad.
Yeesh.
Bad times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway. Oh, you're calling from Palm Springs.
No, actually, I'm calling from somewhere, like some little town near it.
Oh, okay. But is it 122 degrees in the summer?
No, I live in the mountains.
Oh.
So it's like, I don't know, at the most like 92 here.
What are you, like in Idlewild or something? Where are you?
I live 10 minutes from Idlewild. I live in Anza.
Wow.
Anza.
What are your dad's? Is he like a date farmer or something? What does he do over there?
No, he drives down to Palm Desert. He works at Costco.
Oh. Of course. Adam, you should have
All right.
that.
And what are you guys doing? Just living? You guys on the run from the feds or something? What are you doing up there?
No, we have like a bunch of property up here. And so, well, we like California. Let's move up to the mountains. Because my dad hates people.
Ooh. That's nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Have a Waco situation over there in just a matter of days.
Florida.
Don't call us if the shooting starts. We don't need that kind of liability, Melanie.
Oh, no. We just have to worry about, like, meth labs.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
That's
That's all we
true.
got to worry about. Tweakerville, USA.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You mean your dad's meth lab, right?
Oh, no. God, no.
Okay. All right. So, do you have a question for the Killers, or you just want to kiss some ass?
Oh, no. My question is, when did you guys, like, start your band? Like, what was your inspiration?
Well, 3 years ago is when this band started, but I think inspiration would just be from all of us loving music and wanting to create music that we liked and that, hopefully would reach people.
Oh, because a lot of my friends think you sound like The Cure.
We are big fans of The Cure.
They've inspired us.
Head on the Door is one of my favorite albums.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have all of them, every single one.
You have all the Cure albums?
Yep.
Wow, you're old school, baby.
Yeah, I am. I have all the Ramones albums, too.
Wow, all right. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
16. She's got a good start.
Yeah.
What else can you do up in Anza?
The thing about music, you got to have a nice eclectic collection. Rounds
Well,
you
when
out.
you live in Anza, all you
Yeah,
have is music.
Right. And math. What about math?
Oh, no.
And what about dogs that walk sideways with their tails tucked in? You got those, right? Come on, baby. I'm going to get you a dog that walks straight for your birthday, sweetie. His tail sticks out. That's the thing. You want to live in a place where dogs' tails just wag out, just fly, just bang. You go to a place where they're tucked in.
Yeah.
That's a bad city.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I went to. I fell asleep on a beach in Tijuana once when I was about 17 or 18 or something, and I woke up.
Something.
No. I mean, I didn't fall asleep. We went there to sleep. We used to go to Tijuana. And we
Sleep
just
on the
bring
beach.
our sleep. I didn't have a sleeping bag actually, but I just had a blanket and a pillow. And we just go get drunk in Tijuana, and then we just go drive to the beach and crash out. And it was a safer place back then. It was a different Tijuana. And yeah, there was no crime or prostitution or anything back then. That was like the mid '80s, early '80s, But when I woke up on the beach, there were a bunch of those weird dogs sort of circling around me. But they had the tail, like, the tail wasn't down. Tail is sucked up the ass. Like, they actually sucked their tail. You can see the tip of it out of their mouth. It's just tail sucked in the ass, and they walk sort of bent inside. So they're bent a little bit, and they walk sideways, too. Always a bad town when they have the sideways walking bent tail dog. And then good town is that tail up in the air, just like the Archie's dog. Archie's got a dog. What was that dog's name, Drew?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, but that dog, that tail would be
Happy
wagging. That's a happy dog. Fat dogs whose tails are up in the air, going
That's what
side
we're
to
looking
side.
for.
That's what we're looking for in a city.
Speaking of which,
All
I
right.
saw that chocolate lab again today that the Discovery Channel has.
Oh,
What's up?
That thing is doubled in size in like a week. It's crazy.
it's not the dog that does yoga, though, is it?
No, it's the one that really. Oh, you didn't get to see it. I think you were on stage. There's that cool chocolate lab.
We did. Drew's doing a show for the Discovery Health,
Yep.
and I'm
Which
doing
reminds me.
Yeah.
I've got to ask for
please.
something about that.
All right, hurry.
All right, I need a couple who are willing to get some coaching on mutual masturbation by a therapist for television. I know, but
Uncomfortable.
if somebody's in, I know, but if somebody's interested in that, then we got it. That's why.
All right, but
That's why.
don't-
By the way, that's why I've been pimping that because it's such a weird thing to ask for. I'm not
right,
quite sure what they're going for.
We're not putting you on this show. We'll put you on Drew's TV show. Anyway, I'm
Right.
doing a home improvement show on TLC, so we're both at the TLC Discovery whatever, and they got a dog over there because Discovery Animal. What do they have? 700 stations.
Yes, Animal Planet.
Yeah, they have like so many stations. They got like animal stations. They got home
Travel
improvement. They
station.
got travel.
Right.
They got like right nut and left nut. It's a separate channel. It's
Yeah.
not just the testicle channel. They have the right and the left. It's all over the place. But they have a huge chocolate or puppy lab over there that evidently I missed when I was in New York. What's it doing, Drew? What's a dog do?
It just sort of makes the rounds and makes everybody go, oh, well, we're going to talk about animals. I don't know. I never get to see what he does on stage. I always see him backstage.
It wouldn't be a bad plan just to travel around with like a 3-month-old chocolate lab with the big paws and everything.
Yeah.
And no matter what, like I'd just keep it around. And if your wife caught you cheating or your boss wanted to fire you or anything, you just pull the lab out and it'd be like, you've betrayed me. You've broken. Oh, hey, who do we have here? Who's this? Who's this? And they start. Look who's here. Daddy cheated. But they'd be in a much better mood almost immediately.
Yeah.
I would like to travel around with that lab too. I saw the dog, Drew, that did yoga.
I heard about that.
Did you see that dog?
I didn't see it. I heard about it, yeah.
I don't know what that's.
Apparently
I don't know.
it's a very calm
It
dog.
doesn't know what it's doing. It's just extremely flexible, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, first off, what dog can't get to itself already? I mean, what's
Right.
dog even need yoga
Right.
for if you think about it? Secondly, the dog is just comatose. It's not the yoga dog. It's just half dead. It's one of these things where it's like where they do a thing where they go like, next up on the news, a squirrel that water skis, and you go, well, I got to see this. And then they just show a squirrel that's duct taped to a piece of wood that's being dragged behind a boat. It's like, that's squirrel. It's not water skiing. It's not drowning. If it jumped off the piece of wood, it would drown. Now it's just hanging on for dear life while you drag it behind a jet ski. The dog that does yoga is kind of like that, too. It just sort of it sits there while its kooky owner does yoga.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Let's hear a killer song.
Great idea.
Is that a good idea? All right. You cute up there, Missy?
Yes, I am. I just want to tell you I think the dog's name is Hot Dog. Is that the dog?
That's the yoga dog?
No, that's the Archie's dog, I think.
Hot dog is
Yeah,
the Archie's
the
dog.
white dog.
Do you see that dog?
Yes.
Is that tail curled up in the air?
Well, I can find one.
Get
yeah.
a picture of the Archie's dog.
Okay.
Killers, go look at the Archie's dog, and then when you come back, you'll be like, man, Adam, you are so right, my brother.
Is that a good tail? The Archie's dog? That's
Archie's
a good
dog is a good example of a tail. That's not the tucked in sideways tail. All right, Hot Fuss, name of the CD, and the song is Smile Like You Mean It.
Say something
Killers, everybody. Another good song from the Killers in studio tonight. We were just talking during the commercial about, during the song about Dobermans. Remember when they would clip the Doberman's ears, Drew?
Sure. Oh, yeah. They don't anymore?
I don't think they do it so much anymore. Well, maybe they do, but they would cut the Doberman's tail off and then cut their ears and then tape them up so they look smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. How come no one said anything about that?
I don't know.
Okay. That's great radio, by the way, Drew.
Great question, though. Great question.
Why is it done?
Drew gets the big bucks for those kinds of answers. I don't know. All right.
Well, I mean, it's great bringing up Doberman's ears on LoveLine. It's great.
I thought you knew something about something other than human anatomy, but I guess I was wrong. So I'll just limit it to medical questions from now on.
Thank you.
That's it. It's good to know. I found out. Yeah. No.
As you said last night, if I step 1 millimeter outside of my area of knowledge, it's like a retarded kid.
It really is. Actually, you're being unfair to retarded kids.
That's right.
Michelle found a picture of a hot dog, the Archie's dog, with the bent tail. Killers took a look at it. Is that tail bent or is that tail bent?
Straight up.
Straight up, big curly Q, yeah?
Happy town.
I think that's a happy town.
You could live in that town.
I could live in that town.
Everybody's happy, little
Got a
dog,
dog.
bouncing around.
Dog's rocking. You guys could use a rocking dog on stage.
We're pretty, yeah.
I mean, you guys rock, but it'd be nice to have an animal up there
Couple
rocking,
animals.
too.
Well, we always thought that maybe we'd kind of take that Siegfried and Roy revival and maybe bring out a couple white tigers down the road.
It'd be
we ever slow up and we need help with our stage act.
If you could rock an animal, though, you would be the ultimate rock band. You know what I mean? If there's an animal up there that was really, I don't think anyone's ever rocked an animal, but if you could rock an animal, that would just let people know the Killers were the greatest rock band of all time. You should find an animal, train it to rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been watching a lot of Animal Planet lately on this tour. That's all I've watched.
They're ones you could train. They're ones that are trainable.
Yeah.
Not the panda. They don't do anything. They're things like, kiss my ass, I'm eating some bamboo. And, oh, you think I'm going to F this other panda? Are you high? I don't get it on for anybody. And, no, here's what the panda thing is like, I'll bang this chick when I'm pulling out. What do you think of that? She's going to finish me orally.
Chick panda.
Watch all you want.
Panda style.
Fly them in from all over China. I'll bang them and I'll pull out right at the end. All right. Well, they defy us, these pandas, on purpose. All we want is, and by the way, do we need extra ones of them? They're such a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? We need. It's like we want them to mate so we can get more of them, but all they do is abuse us, subtly abuse us. I don't need any more of that. I need more dogs with the tails that bend up, not more pandas. Thank you. Thanks. We'll take a quick break. Killers in studio tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew in Detroit, Motor City. Drew, when are you coming back? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I'm sorry you missed this. You would have liked all this car stuff here. It's amazing.
Yeah. Drew, have I been to Detroit?
No.
I have been to Detroit.
You and I went to Eastern Michigan. I think we flew into Detroit for that.
No, you know when I went to Detroit, Eminem is a crazy Crank Yankers fan, and he wanted to do some Crank Yankers sessions. So we went out to Detroit and did some, went to a studio and stuff. Eminem's an interesting guy. Makes $200 million a year and eats at Taco Bell exclusively.
Nice.
He's a Mountain Dew man. You know,
the Baja Blast.
The thing about Taco Bell too is Taco Bell isn't, it ain't Carl's Jr. on the price. I mean, it's a cup. I mean, you get 29 cents. You're pretty much fixed for the afternoon.
I'll tell you what, we do a lot of touring and a lot of traveling, and we always had I think we always had high hopes for Europe and exploring foods and things like that, but. We're out for so long. There's nothing like Taco Bell when you get back from Europe.
I'm down with that too.
The empanada. They have this empanada.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? Apple caramel empanada right now going to Taco Bell.
You get that?
It's unreal.
Man, Adam, I have never been able to get over the fact that they gave up the enchilada.
Well, Taco Bell and I parted ways when they gave up the Bell Beefer many years ago, but then I came back to them.
They had the grilled stuffed fajita burrito, which was one of my favorites.
Double decker.
Yeah.
Taco Bells all used to have a fire pit in front of them way back in the day.
Yes.
Imagine that, by the way, in today's litigious society where you can't get a beer in a bottle at a ball game anymore for fear someone's going to throw it out on the field. Imagine just a huge wall of fire in front of your fast food restaurant. It was a pit. It was 6 foot around. It had a gas burner in it, and it had these
lava rocks.
It had lava rocks in it.
Yeah.
What happened to lava rocks, Drew? Everything lava used to be big. Lava lamps, lava rocks, everything was lava. No lava anymore. It's like we've forgot about poor lava. But they'd fire this thing up, and it would just be a big fire pit, and you'd just put your straw out there and melt your straw and throw junk in it, and kids would be standing up on the edge, walking around. And now you'll still see some of the old Taco Bells, but they'll have like a planter in there or something. You know, that's how you know it's an old school
I like the
Taco
old
Bell.
Taco Bell. It has a look.
Yeah, it used to
brown
be.
look, no purple.
It used to be.
Yellow.
Yeah, I know. Kids today, they don't know from old school Taco Bell.
I never knew about the fire pit.
Oh, you know, I could be like an old sage coming down from the mountain explaining Taco Bell to the young kids. They all sat around
After
me.
the show, take us out and we'll go look for the
I
old...
smoke a pipe. My young child. You know nothing of my old Bell Beefer ways and enchiladas. They had tortillas. They were flat. They called them tostadas. The town rejoiced. It was good.
There was actually a bell, too.
There was a bell, yeah.
Yeah,
see, it used to be that different restaurants had their different shapes, and so you could tell when you were stoned from a long distance away what you're heading for. Like you knew, like their Wiener Schnitzel had the big pointy thing. Arby's had their own shape.
Yeah, the 10-gallon hat.
IHOPs had their own shape.
Right.
Taco Bell had their own shape, and then places started folding, and so places started buying other shapes, and the next thing you know, you got a Taco Bell and the Der Wiener Schnitzel thing, and everything's thrown off now.
No more
I can't focus anymore. No more fire pits, no more Bell Beefers, and now look where we are. We've spiraled into a world where I didn't want to talk about it. I wouldn't raise a kid in this environment.
A world where people don't even remember the enchilada.
Oh, that's why it's so important to keep our past alive, Drew. You know what I'm saying?
The enchilada traditions.
I'm just saying, when you forget about the past, that's the danger. You could repeat it. There could be another enchilada. You see what I'm saying? It's like the Holocaust, Drew. Right. We need an enchilada museum with a Bell Beefer exhibit. I'll be the curator. All right, let's. Man, I'm hungry. I can really go for some Mexican
after the
food.
show.
I know. All right, let's take a question. Oh, man, we got like 20 seconds.
We have no time.
Oh, quiet down. Internet dating. Here's one we could take quick. Dave?
What's up?
25?
Yes, I am.
All right, our feelings on internet dating.
Yeah. I've had several different theories from different people. I've had friends that have met people and have been married happily for several years off of the internet.
All right, Dave, you didn't call to hear your own crappy theories, though, did you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You called to hear my crappy theories.
Chat rooms are a bad idea, but some of these services are good.
I hear some of the services are good. I think the rule of thumb is the person has to be in your city. Right. You're calling from Sacramento. Don't get hooked up with someone from Denver. No. Spend a ton on create a fantasy relationship and then hate each other when you see each other in the airport.
And have a flesh meeting quickly and meet in a very public place.
That's right. That's right.
I've met people up.
All right, that's good enough. Right. Just keep it internet dating. Yeah, don't meet in some alley at 4 a.m. and meet people that are in your city. And that sounds good enough for now. Killers in studio tonight. We'll be right back with more fast food talk on your fast food show after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody, it's the Love Line. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew in Detroit. 3 hours difference where we are. Yes, Drew?
Nice.
Yeah. The Killers, Brandon and Ronnie, in here tonight. They're going to be on the Tonight Show tonight. Going to be on the Leno Show tonight. And We had a lot of fast food talk, Drew, while you're gone.
Oh, really? What'd you decide?
Well, what didn't we decide? We covered beverages and Bell Beefers and Del Taco, and we were all over the place. Yeah. It was a heated discussion.
Boy.
It was a passionate discussion. Brandon cried at a certain point. I held him. We got back on the same page.
We held him.
Yeah, but we're all hungry now, Drew. That's what we've decided.
I'm with you.
All right. Don't you think the allure of fast food is not really that it's food and not really that it's fast, but just that it's its own thing. It's like a Twinkie is a Twinkie. It's not pastry. If it was pastry, it'd be horrible pastry, but it's not. It transcends pastry. It's a Twinkie.
It's a brand. It's a kind of food.
Like if you're gonna open a fast food chain, you shouldn't try to make the best burger or the best taco. You should make your own taco and your own burger. Get the kids hooked on it, and then you're in.
Yeah,
because you can. I mean, when you start craving McDonald's, you're not craving a hamburger.
No,
you're craving a McDonald's. And you can't make a McDonald's burger at home. You can't even come close.
Nope.
You can make a burger that's 10 times as good. It's just not a McDonald's burger, and that's what you want.
Right.
That's what you want. That's the drug part of it.
Yeah.
All right. Question for the killers. Let's talk to poor Jerica, who was molested many years ago and has been on hold for 75 minutes. Jerica?
Yeah.
What's up, baby? Oh, you got that little girl voice.
A little bit.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
What
happened? Who molested you?
It was actually my stepdad. I want to ride the pony, Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came from like a 28-year-old chick, by the way.
That's right.
So, and when you get molested, you get locked into the age you got molested, so you sound like you're whatever age that was. Like Jerica was a little later. Keep talking. Let's see if we can guess what age.
What do you want me to talk about? I mean...
you were a little older. Yeah, you were...
9.
Yeah, I was thinking 9, too. How old were you when your stepdad molested you?
Well, I was actually molested by 2 different people. My stepdad I was probably about 9. And I actually got molested by a different family member when I was like 3 or 4.
Ooh.
Weird.
What family member was that?
It was my grandfather.
Oh my God! That's your mom's father, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
your mom picked the second guy. So your mom got molested by your grandfather as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works. And then she brings home the molesting guy. Now, your biological dad, either he just never was on the scene, or he wasn't abusive enough, and your mom cut him loose.
Yeah, he was what he said, working late all the time. And he
worked late.
Yeah, well, and my mom never said that he hit her, but I know that he did. So he was physically abusive, but he was never like sexually abusive.
How do you know that he hit her?
Huh?
How do you know that he hit her?
Because I vaguely remember I was like 5 or 6 when they got divorced, but I remember sitting at the bottom of the stairs and just crying, listening to them fight, and she was yelling at him and stuff and said, "Don't you ever hit me again."
All right, so your family's just sort of a big pile of white trash losers.
Not really.
Really?
No, we're not. Like, my mom's side of the family is actually really classy, and I mean, they...
Dad waited till you were 3 to molest you. Granddad.
Yeah. Oh, sir. Yeah, it was Sir Walter Raleigh. Yeah, who said chivalry was dead? He waited till she was 3. A delightful guy. I hear violins whenever I think of that side of the family. People in ascots, being chauffeured around in Bentleys, wearing tweed jackets. Yes, I see it now. Too sad. So now what's up? Are you out of the house?
Oh, yeah. I live with my fiance. We live in our own house together.
What's his deal?
I don't trust him.
Yeah, me neither.
You don't trust him?
Well, not unless you had some treatment.
Excuse me?
Have you had therapy? Have you had a lot of therapy?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
My grandfather actually went to jail.
Good.
My stepdad has been in and out of jail, violated probation, and now it's kind of he's going to court and stuff to figure out where they're going to put him now, hopefully in prison. But
all right.
It was court-ordered therapy, and I went for a couple of years.
Right, okay, well, why are you engaged at such a young age, at 18?
To escape that white trash family. That's not really white trash, though, Adam. How dare you?
I know, but why? Yeah, why do you have to get engaged? Why don't you just live with a guy?
Well, because I love him. I mean, I didn't plan on getting married until I was like 25, and I met him 2 weeks before he graduated from high school. And
that explains everything. Yes, of course.
I see. All right. Well, are you going to get married? Because we're just worried you're going to crap out some kids and screw them up.
No, definitely not. We're not planning on having kids for a few years, and I'm on birth control and everything. So.
All right. Very good.
Yeah, we're getting married in July.
All right.
In July. All right. All right. And you know the thing that's weird? I'm going to put you on hold for a second. I understand the chicks. They come from sort of chaotic environments. They're looking to sort of escape this and all that kind of stuff. And they're 18 and they're hell-bent on getting married and playing family and all that kind of stuff. Where are these dudes coming from?
Yeah.
Where are the 18, 19-year-old guys like, yo, baby, let's tie the knot? Like, I understand there's a lot of doofus guys out there that are just calling it a life at 20. And I don't mean, oh, you got to have sex with other women. I just mean, what's in it for you as a guy to get married at 18 or 19? First off, you have the best excuse in the world. Hello, I'm 18. I mean, I don't have a job, for Christ's sake. I'm just pretty much finishing out my paper route. I'm just getting laid. You know, it's like, what's in it for the guys? Where are they coming from? Why are they doing it?
There's a whole segment, Adam, in America where people just think that after high school you get married. That's it. You just do that. A lot of people do that.
I know it's like what year are we in? We in the 50s, 40s? Like these guys going off to war? Like what's going on?
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
All right, Jerica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that stuff wouldn't work here in SoCal. I'll tell you that right now. So you're going to get married. You're on birth control, and your question is you're afraid to take showers?
Well, no, not afraid to take showers. It's kind of evolved over the past few years, and scary movies and things just terrorize my life. But I've always been afraid of the dark ever since I was little.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
I mean, a lot of
that's probably when Grandpa. Well, but Grandpa probably did his thing in the dark.
Yeah.
Right. It was almost like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. He was like the most amazing grandpa during the day, and then at night he was just kind of creepy and gross. But
right. My family was the same, except for they were crappy during the day too.
They're sort of gross at night.
Mr. Hyde was kind of their thing.
Well, it's because my fiance works the swing shift at his work, and so I don't stay at my house.
He's working in the middle of the night, so you're freaked out.
Right, because I go home by myself, and we had to buy me a dog because I had a roommate and I kicked her out, and I had to buy me a dog because I'm scared to go home and be by myself. And because it's
all right. Hey, Jerica, here's the thing. I know I keep harping on this. You need a little more therapy. You're 18. You got molested by two male figures in your life. You shouldn't be anywhere near fixed at this point. You're a smart person. I can hear that. You've gotten some therapy, and you got a nice little foothold, but you need more therapy. And people that are scared of the dark aren't supposed to be getting married. You're supposed to have a nightlife, and you're supposed to have your huggy bookie.
You a Mormon?
All right.
I'm not scared when he's there.
You a Mormon?
Okay.
I'm just scared when I'm by myself.
All right. Sorry, Anderson. It's not working. Put her on hold. That's not Drew. That's a drop of Drew, and it's the first time it hasn't worked.
You a Mormon?
All right, Anderson. You want to try it one more time? Here, ready. Jerica, Drew has a question.
You a Mormon?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
See, it worked that time.
She said yes.
She said yes. We never hear yes. All right. What's the answer? More therapy.
Well,
she was traumatized, and she's now scared to be alone, and that makes sense.
I know, but therapy may not do anything for that, and it's just
What do you do? I mean, this is why molesters need to be punished in a sort of all-encompassing way, because they do their work when the kid's 5 years old and then have a good life, and when the kid's 75, they have dreams about it.
Right.
I mean, it is the gift that keeps giving. It never and. Not only does it become the kid's problem, it becomes the kid's spouse's problem, the kid's problems, society's problems. It's all our problems now because
but remember,
you weaved your magic. Yes,
the molester was abused too, though.
Yeah, I know, and that's why it's sort of sad and sort of tough to figure out what to do with them. But on the other hand, it's like Old Yeller. They got bit by the bear, and now he's got rabies. He's a good dog, but we got to put him down.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So what? Got to put him down. He's a good dog. Make a bell beefer out of him. Yes, Drew.
Or they can get treatment. You know, that's the crazy thing. Is
who can get treatment?
People abuse survivors. I mean, you're basically saying that our last caller should be put down too, just in case she becomes a problem.
I hope that was clear. Yeah. No, yes, they need to get treatment, but once they start lashing out, I wonder if it's gone.
It's too
if
late.
you get beyond a point of repair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's also a weird threshold. I imagine it would be the same with killing as it is in molestation or almost any crime. There's this sort of barrier between the first time you do something and when you actually do it. It's like,
what's interesting?
Yeah,
it's like a fetish. You know, once you get going with it, it kind of takes over.
Right, there's a threshold that you cross. Like all serial killers, basically, they sit around thinking about killing for 20 years, then they kill their first hooker, and now it's game on. Right. They've busted their hymen, and they're becoming whores now. That's basically the way it works. And I think I gotta feel it's the same way with like molestation. And then once you get to serial killer, you got to put them down.
Right. But isn't it interesting, though, that it's almost very similar in terms of the way, say, sexual addiction evolves? That they start out, they're just, goofing around on the internet, and then all of a sudden they're chatting with people, and then they're meeting people, and then they're doing stuff. It just, we evolve that way as humans. The idea is to don't get the ball rolling.
Well, that is a very, very good point. And I'm saying that to me because I brought it up. I feel like I brought this up. Yes, Adam, that was a great point. Thank you.
Done,
Thank you
very
much. You're fantastic. Oh, did you do something to your hair? No, but thanks for noticing anyway. Yeah, it's like these people that are into whatever fetish, they just fantasize about it for 20 years, and all of a sudden they go to some club and they're pulling some fat chick around like a pony, and the next thing you know, they're in. Now they're at the club every week, and that's it. So everybody who's thinking about crossing that threshold into killing or picking up the crack pipe or putting the nephew on your knee and giving him a goose or pulling the fat chick around in the cart as the pony, you need to stop. That's where you need to stop, because once you cross over, then the shame and everything comes in, and then you actually do more of it.
Right, exactly. Adam, you seem to know a little bit about this. It sort of frightened me a little bit. I got a little chill.
I crossed my shame threshold many years ago, True.
I see.
But I'm not well enough to talk about it on the air yet.
Okay.
I
understand.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, got a question for the killers, by the way. Daniela?
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing. What's up?
17.
Yeah.
You calling from Beverly Hills?
Yes.
Do you go to Beverly Hills High?
Yeah.
It's awesome over there. That's where the swim gym is.
Yeah.
Swim gym.
Floor opens up in the gymnasium.
Yeah, as I say, from It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gym floor opens up. There's a swimming pool underneath there.
I like it.
Yeah, they have mermaids in there. Go ahead, Danielle. But they also have this refinery where they have their own oil pump.
What?
Yeah, you don't know about that?
No.
Drew, you don't know there's an oil derrick in Beverly Hills High?
That's too funny.
Yeah, and what's her name is Erin Brockovich is like trying to sue the city and stuff because old like alumni got cancer and stuff. She's claiming it's like carcinogens floating around.
Oh my!
You didn't know any of that?
I did not.
Daniela.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Thanks, Maridel.
Yeah.
All right. Boy, I'm rangy tonight. I'll tell you what. carcinogens, bell beefers. I'm all over the map.
Dogs with their tails up their ass.
I got so much range tonight. All right, go ahead, Daniela.
Well, I have a question for the Killers. What kind of music, what type of music do you guys, like, who are you guys listening to right now?
Brandon's having a cough attack, so I'm going to field this
Brandon's
one.
got TB. Go ahead, Ronnie.
SARS.
And like, who do you have? Like, everyone goes, we listen to all kinds of music. But who's in your CD rotation right now?
I just bought the new British Sea Power record. It's called Open Season. They're an English band from Brighton, and they actually gave us our first tour.
Oh, they did?
Our first official tour was with British Sea Power, and they just, they've got another record out called The Decline of British Sea Power. But this new record, Open Season, is really, really good. As is So Jealous by Tegan and Sarah, who are on tour with us right now.
So, it's nice that you like the people you're touring with.
Yeah. No, we pick all the bands. We
but if you burn out on them and get disillusioned.
Yeah.
A little of that.
Oh, and also, can you guys get me into your show this weekend?
Oh, my God. My mom put you up to this one?
Oh, no. It was sold out.
I know.
I really want you guys.
Sure. Where, the Wiltern?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Daniela.
My last name.
Are you serious?
Well, we'll put you on hold if the band is going to do something for you.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
And you should buy the Kings of Leon.
Yeah, the new Kings of Leon record is...
Here's the thing. You're going to have to show up and present the Kings of Leon CD, or you'll not be able to get in.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right?
Okay, I will.
Can you do that?
I'll do anything.
And I'm going to need a bell beefer. Pronto.
3 of those, please.
We need 3 bell beefers and 3 suicides. Easy on the Mountain Dew, though.
Okay.
Gut rot.
All right, so you have to bring the Kings of Leon CD, and we'll put you on hold, and we'll probably forget about you for like 40 minutes, but then someone will remember, and then someone will work it out so you can get in. Now, she's 17. She's cool, right? Is it an all ages thing?
Right?
Cool? Yeah, we're getting a thumbs up from our posse.
All right, and no one else call about this because this will be the last person that
Oh, my
gets
God,
in.
thank you so much. I love you guys. You guys are all so hot.
It's so. I know you just mean the band, but it's nice when you hear about a young white girl calling from Beverly Hills and you can really reach out and do something, make a difference. You know what I mean? These people. I'm scared I'll get...
We need to help those poor kids in Beverly Hills.
I don't want to say, I'm sort of feeling emotional now. I don't want to make a fool of myself, but and I don't get serious on the show too often, but these young, attractive girls who go to Beverly Hills High, they don't have what you and I had. They don't have the opportunities that we had growing up in North Hollywood and Henderson. You know what I mean?
That's why we feel obligated to give.
I think there's a certain responsibility you take on when you form a band.
Yeah,
and I think reaching out and don't look at it as a gift, but look at it not as a hand out, but a hand.
A hand.
If this could make a difference, if this could get her back on her feet, Right now, she's probably just driving a BMW with a sunroof. If she could get a convertible or something like that next year, if this could inspire her to step up to, let's say, the 7 Series from the 5 Series, something like that, then you'll make such an impact in her life. So that's really important. So you hang on, sweetie. We're going to do what we can.
Be strong.
Yeah, be strong and just hold out. And remember, never give up hope. Never. All right, the Killers in studio tonight. Very powerful show tonight. We'll
moving.
Take ourselves a little break, and we'll be right back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Drew in Detroit. Brandon and Ronnie here tonight. They are from the Killers, of course. We'll hear something else off the CD, Hot Fuss. And just, I think what we'll do is we'll take ourselves a phone call. We'll play some Germany or Florida, and then we'll hear a Killers song. Here's how Germany or Florida works. All bizarre stories either emanate from Germany or Florida. Whenever something is, the occult, the macabre, the completely effed up, somebody's, when somebody cuts their penis off and cooks it and eats it, it's either Germany or Florida.
Right.
And I get the feeling like Germany is Europe's Florida. You know, I mean, we have our Florida out here. That's the Europeans' Florida. But in terms of weird, that's where the weirdos congregate to do the effed up stuff. Now, every city and every country has, you know, they have murders and rapists and stuff, but they take it to a new level in these places. So the person tells us the story, and then we guess. Is it Germany or is it Florida?
Okay.
Jeff?
Yeah, what's up?
16?
Yes.
What's up? Yes, you're on with the Killers, Dr. Drew and the Vicar of Christ. Go ahead.
Hello, doctor. All right. Yeah, mom sells daughters for car and prostitution. Mother's under arrest, accused of selling a 12-year-old daughter into prostitution and trading a 14-year-old daughter for a car. The 39-year-old woman is charged with child abuse and sexual performance by a child. She's currently being held... Oops, block that out. All right. The youngest girl and her mother were living out of their car, and the prostituting was for food and an occasional shower at the men's home. The youngest daughter is currently 3 months pregnant, the report said, and the girl was 11 when her mother first forced her to have sex with a man. The older daughter refused to be used as a prostitute and was allegedly sold for a car. She was sold to a man for mercury, police said, but he never gave the mother the vehicle. Germany or Florida?
All right,
Florida.
Well,
I think I heard about this one.
I happen to know. I don't like the stereotype, but I know these are either Jews or Asians.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Come on, everybody. I know we have to close our eyes and pretend like we don't know, but come on, it's Jews or it's Asians. They just don't have Asians in Germany.
Well, here's the deal. Also, in Germany, they do weird effed up stuff, but they don't go this way. You know what I mean? They don't get into the kid stuff so much. In Germany,
they don't. You know what? They don't slum it over there. They get weird. They get artsy weird. They don't get slum it. This is crack pipe.
And do they have Mercuries in Germany?
That's a decent. That's a
good
decent
point. Well done.
He slipped up on the Mercury.
Solid point.
Yes.
Cougar. All right.
Yeah. Cougar.
Although we do. You know,
nobody lives in their car.
We have. No, they don't.
No.
They'd be smart to with no speed limit.
Right.
Because you could sleep and go 180. And you couldn't get a ticket.
Checking out Bikini Girl.
We have tons of German cars here, but I don't think they're stupid enough to import any Mercuries over there. Yeah. So I think we're all going to go with Florida on this one, Jeff.
That's right.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
And another question, Drew. Heard you got a CD from the Kansas show of an old episode. Any follow up on that?
I haven't heard it yet. It's not even a CD. It's actually a cassette.
All right, because the folks at the LoveLine Companion, those Sploozers, I want to get a copy of that. I want to pass that on.
All right, I'll bring it in on Sunday night. And,
all right. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sploozer is a word I made up, which is sploozer. It's the guys who hang out who want to get the hot chick. When we have chicks that are on like the cover of Stuff magazine or any Blender, any of these guy magazines, there's always the sploozers hanging out who want to get it signed. It's part spaz, all loser.
Yeah.
Loser. It's unfair just to call them losers because they're spazzy too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're
creepy.
They're creepy, dicey, and they're 46 and live at home. They're kind of spazzy. But sploozer, I think, covers it. Always nice when I have to see him out in the parking lot after calling them sploozers for 2 hours. Yes, Drew? Always uncomfortable. Thank God they can't kick any ass or I'd be screwed. All right, let's hear ourselves a Killer song. Killers, not sploozers. They would be the antithesis of sploozers. Yes?
Yes.
We are splinters.
Yeah, they're splinters, not sploozers.
Spaz winners.
Yeah.
Spaz winners. Yeah, true. Quick, buddy. See what happens when you don't smoke pot?
Yep.
Pow. Catch right on. You're not creative, but when other people are being creative, you pick up on it fast.
I get it. That's right.
Buy it.
That's right. You buy right into other people's creativity. Smart, Drew. All right. We're going to hear a little something off of Hot Fuzz, and this one is called All These Things That I've Done.
I wanna stand up. I
Yeah, everyone. Killers in studio tonight. 2 shows Saturday night at the Wiltern. By the way, you've arrived. That just means the theater's not. It hasn't been a theater big enough to hold you guys. You have to have 2 shows.
3.
That's awesome. Well, 2 on a Saturday, and then 3.
I was just trying to make myself feel better about that. So.
2. I didn't even know bands. We're just talking during the song, and the Killers are going to be at the Wiltern Theater. Boy, do you know the story behind the name of that theater, Drew? It's an amazingly creative name. It's on Western and Wilshire.
Oh, of course.
So, Will
Turn.
And then Turn.
Oh.
It's awesome. Talk about creative. Woo! Amazing. So you can only imagine the kind of a vibe that place has. But it's a cool old theater. These guys are going to play 7 o'clock show and 11 o'clock show, and I don't know. Maybe I haven't been around enough, but I haven't heard of bands doing that often. Is that a common practice, or do you guys do it quite a bit?
We've done it a few times.
What's the first one was at the Troubadour, I think.
Yeah, we did it at the Troubadour.
And we did it in England a couple times, I think.
Is it better or worse? I mean, or the same? I mean, in a way, are you tired for the second show, or do you feel like you've just had a full-blown dress rehearsal and you're ready to go?
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I like it. It gives us more days off. It doesn't. Both shows are so different.
Yeah, it's weird. You get a different.
It's really different.
But you don't have to do, like, we've seen these touring schedules where every single day for like 28 days straight is a gig. If you piggyback a few of them, you can get a day off.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, and why not? Because work day's a work day, whether you're doing 7 hours or 12 hours, right?
Yeah, and also, for the people who go and see the concerts, it might be convenient for them to go see it later.
Do you have people hiding out in the bathroom, though, trying, with their feet up, trying to hang out for the second one? That's a good.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
It's a good move. Yeah, there used to be more of that.
Salt.
Yeah. Go ahead and try that. Everyone go to the 7 o'clock show, then go to the bathroom, then stand on the toilet and squat there for over 3 hours, and you see the next show. All right, so you have questions for the Killers. I'm just going to go by who's been on hold the longest.
Adam, can I share something with you?
Sure.
I've been going out in these hotels. I'm in the middle of the night here in these crazy, huge hotels, and when I walk out every night, they play music.
Right.
This goofy, weird. Listen to this.
Yeah.
It's spooky when the
new jazz.
Yeah, it's spooky that when you walk into a giant hotel and there's just music everywhere, and that's it, nothing else.
It sort of adds a surreal quality to the whole experience, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
And there's some guys pushing one of those carpet shampooers. Is there anyone doing work? It's like usually the guys who work on carpets. If you work on carpets in a hotel, your window's like 3 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Strange dudes.
You do your work in the middle of the night. Yeah, you're like Count Dracula, the carpet cleaner. That'd be a decent name for your company. So, Drew, is there anything you want to tell us about? Anything weird in the hotel?
There's a guy doing it's not a carpet cleaner. It's like a giant floor cleaner. Those huge, like you push those. They look like something. Buffer should be driving around on the street, but they push them.
Yeah. Yeah, they should get those automated. They got those little vacuums that buzz around your house now with the brain. Why not just get the buffer? Let's just put everyone out of work.
No more creepy dudes.
Oh, when I used to clean carpets, it was always awesome when you'd clean a restaurant in the middle of the night, fire up the grill, get the shake machine going, just go sick. Yeah, we used to do Hamburger Hamlets and other restaurants. You do Pizza Huts. You couldn't really make a pizza, but if there was a bar, we'd get loaded. Like they just lock you in there in the middle of the night. They give you the keys, and you just throw the keys in the mail slot when you leave because you can only do it when no one's around. Yeah, it's what you call a perk, Drew.
Yeah,
$7 an hour, and all the burgers you could whip up on the grill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Think about the wisdom of that. Take a bunch of 20-year-old guys and lock them in a restaurant in the middle of the night.
Well, what are they going to do? Well, what's their choice? They can't do it during the day, and the manager never wanted to hang out and watch you clean the carpets until 4 in the morning. You want to go home. weirdest gig is I cleaned Fredericks of Hollywood's carpets once, right in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard.
Some people hiding out in the bathroom.
Weirdos just banging on the window all night. You open? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, people want to buy crotchless panties and stuff at 1 a.m. Had to move all the carpet's hot pink. Had to move all the racks from one side to the other side of the store and then clean the hot pink carpet. It was weird. It was kind of sensual, though, in a way.
Oh, please. Oh, my God. Stay calm.
All right. I have sensitive nipples, Drew. Did I ever tell you that?
I know. Yeah, you have told me that. I vomited several times thinking about it, too.
All right, it's not a crime. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm a sensual man with sensitive nipples.
Oh.
Krista?
Yes.
You're 19?
Yes, sir.
What's up?
First of all, Killers, love you. You're going through my town on my birthday. Absolutely adore you.
She's calling from Washington.
What was that?
You calling from Washington State?
Yeah, Portland, Oregon's right across the river from me.
Perfect.
But not going to beg for tickets. I'll buy them from scalpers like everybody else.
Smart.
But my question is that I dated this guy 2 years ago. We broke up because I ended up cheating on him because I was young and stupid. We were friends. We've been best friends for 2 years. We never stopped our friendship. And he got into drugs. And I dabbled in cocaine with him, and then he got into heroin.
Good boy.
What was that?
Good boy.
Right.
My boyfriend, yes.
Yeah, now what?
Now he's quit using all forms of drugs, but we're moving to Louisiana in the matter of about a month here. And I'm kind of paranoid, or I don't think necessarily paranoid, but really worried about him.
All right, hold on. What? Quiet. How did he quit the heroin? He just decided to stop?
Just cold. He completely quit it cold.
Drew doesn't like that. Drew wants some treatment.
He didn't go through methadone or anything. He's been clean for 2 months now.
Well, how
he's smoking a lot of pot, though. He's smoking pot to get
drinking a lot?
No, actually, he's slowed down on drinking, too. He's more or less quit everything. He used to smoke pot in order to sleep. He doesn't even do that anymore.
Drew doesn't trust it, but...
Well, it's not impossible. It's very rare that somebody wouldn't be using something and just not telling you. What I guarantee you, though, is he'll go back. Guaranteed, 100%.
Well, especially when you guys move to Louisiana, because Bayou country, that's where you get the good heroin.
Is that right?
I have no idea. I imagine you'd be hard-pressed to find heroin out on the bayou. But, you just, hop in that swamp boat and go get yourself, start chasing that dragon. Hey, Krista, why are you moving to Louisiana with this guy?
I'm going to be 20 next week, and I want an adventure.
Say no more. Say no more. I remember my 20th birthday when I moved to Louisiana.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to go on your 20th birthday?
Everyone goes there.
I'm going to Canada on my 20th birthday, but head to Louisiana in a month.
Why, same place. Why are you going to Louisiana because you're turning 20?
No, I'm not going because I'm turning 20. Just, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I'm not tied down with responsibility. I want to see the country before I have responsibility.
But why Louisiana? That's our question.
Oh, because we have family and friends down there.
All right.
That's the answer. And things, you're going to move there? You're going there full time?
Yes. I'm buying an open-ended round round trip ticket. So I have a home ticket for if I want to pick up and leave.
All right, and you're both just going to find jobs out there?
He already has a job, and I've applied at a few places that want to set up interviews with me as soon as I get down there.
Was he smoking heroin or shooting it?
He shot it about 5 times and was smoking it, and the heroin use only lasted about 3 weeks, but it worries me.
Okay. All right, well, 3 weeks. So you got where's he going to work? What's he going to do for work?
There's a carpentry business down there. He also has a job set up as a pianist in one of the bars down there.
Ooh, rangy, this guy. Carpenter, plays the piano?
No, he's actually a musician.
All right. So forget about the carpentry job?
Well, no, he's going to be doing carpentry as well. He's working 2 jobs down there.
All right.
He's primarily...
All right.
Rangy, like you said. Rangy.
Well, didn't I
Yeah, you just said rangy. Yeah. All right, Chris has got some work to do. This guy's is going to. This thing's going to explode all over the place, and he's going to have to be treated. This is a progressive condition. Without treatment, it always progresses.
3 weeks.
No,
3
but
weeks of
heroin.
heroin.
I understand, but he was into everything else too. The heroin would just, probably scared him. Was off it, but he'll be back. He'll be back.
And no worse drug combination than musician and a carpenter. They're both drug addict professions. Like if he was like a CPA and a dog walker, I'd say, he'll be fine. But carpentry, you should get in a rehab. Everyone who goes into carpentry should just get in a rehab immediately, save some time. And then musician, forget about it. Who you kidding? Not these guys, not the killers, though.
Of course,
they're
not.
what you
Nice
call
guys.
straight edge guys.
All she can do really is find some codependency 12-step meetings and start going to them and get a sponsor. She's not going to do that, but when things start hitting the fan down there in Louisiana, just remember those words.
Let me tell you something about The Bachelor, who was in here last night, Charlie O'Connell. Charlie poured himself a couple of, sounds like the world's worst drink to me, Diet Coke and Captain Morgan rum.
Oh, my God.
He poured himself a couple of tumblers. And you know me, I look the other way when people abuse substances. It's my thing. I'm an enabler. He drank himself. He had this thing topped off. He shot that thing down. Like, I said, oh, what is that, Red Bull in there or whatever? No, it's Captain Morgan's Diet Coke. He polished 2 of them off in about 20 minutes, and then a tall boy, a Miller tall boy, 16
Why didn't you bring that up last night?
I was scared he was going to take a swing at me or something.
Oh my God.
He was clearly a guy who could hold his booze because he didn't sound too jacked up, but he put some booze away.
That's a marker for alcoholism is the people that don't get intoxicated. They're resistant to the intoxicating effects. Sons of alcoholic fathers.
Oh, what? Because I can maintain? I should be punished now? Because I don't pull my skirt up over my head and dance around with a lampshade on me like you, Drew?
I'm just saying.
I'm mellow?
I'm just saying.
How dare you? Being punished for being a heavyweight. All right, I'm going to take a break because I don't like where this is going. Okay? All right, or where it's gone. The Killers are here tonight. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew in Detroit. Just a little more show to go.
And Adam, I still got to get that masturbation couple. Somebody's got to elect or volunteer to be coached.
Me and Brandon will step up.
You want to do it?
I mean,
if
push comes to shove. If push comes to shove. I don't want to speak for Brandon, but I will say, look, if someone doesn't call in and there's, you need a solid from some friends, we'll step up.
You and Brandon?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'm here if you need me.
I don't want to speak for Brandon, but I feel like there's a connection here.
We'll start by having you masturbate in front of each other and then eventually get to the mutual thing. Okay. All right. Good times.
We did that at the 11 o'clock break.
Oh, good. All right. So
we're
heading
getting way past
It's
that.
good times. All right.
Yeah.
So it's for Discovery Health Channel, and you'll be on TV. It'll be good times.
Yeah. And like I said, Drew, if they don't come through, we'll step up.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to get you guys.
We'll talk to, let's see, Matt, who's 17. Matt?
Hey.
Hey.
Sorry. Hey, Becca.
What's happening? Vicar Christ, yeah. You're 17, you can't orgasm, and you masturbate, and if you... what?
Medication?
It's been going on since February of last year. Masturbation, oral sex, regular intercourse. It doesn't happen.
No orgasm.
Right, orgasm or ejaculation.
Ever?
You can't be on the show with me and Brandon. Then, by the way,
no, that won't work. Although I may need to
someone
get
who can produce
some other kind of treatment. How are you on medication?
Yeah, actually, last August I was put on Paxil, and this February I was put on Depakote.
All right, well that's the problem.
That's it.
Yeah, but the problem's been going on since maybe February, so I figured maybe the medication kind of made it that harder to achieve.
Yes, it makes it harder. That's right. It makes it more difficult to have an orgasm, if not impossible.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
And so, I mean, when's the last time something other than wee-wee came out of you?
Oh,
It had to have been January last year.
Oh, really? I would have killed myself mid-February.
And February is when the medication started, right?
No, the medication started August of last year.
Oh, I see. And were you already kind of a guy that takes a long time?
No, actually, I was quite like the 1 minute man, but like I guess over a period of some time, it just stopped happening.
I'm just telling you, it's the medication.
You said January of last year was the last time anything with sperm in it came out of you?
Right, well, I don't know if it came out with the urine, but...
Well, hold on a second. Is that 15... Is that... Hold on. 16 months ago? Am I hearing him right?
16 months, yeah.
I mean, when you're 17 and it's been close to a year and a half...
Jeez.
That's a big deal.
That's a lifetime, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. Matt, if what you say is true, you have to go talk to somebody.
Really?
Well, talk to the doctors that are prescribing the medication, amongst other things.
Do it for you. By the way, if I was your balls, I would be furious. I would be livid. I'd just be sitting there with my arms folded.
For me right now, and find a new
angry. Yeah, I would be angry. I don't know if can this be so? You're having orgasms, you're having sex, you have a girlfriend, and it's been almost a year and a half and nothing. I don't want to live in that kind of world.
Wait, it's been 18 months, and then how long ago did the medication start? The first medicine?
I don't know, Drew. We got to go to break.
All right.
Stop trying to heal everyone.
I beg your pardon.
He should go back to his doctor, though, right?
Yeah,
For sure. Okay? All right. Killer Shear will be back to wrap it up and wrap down after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
That's the show, and that's the week. I want to thank Brandon and Ronnie for coming in here and being just excellent guests tonight.
Good guys, right? Having us.
Good guys. Sorry missing the first time around. We'll not miss them the third time around when they come in here. Hot Fuss, name of the CD. Go out and get it if you haven't already. A pleasure, you guys.
Thanks, man.
I want to thank engineeress Michelle and engineer Anderson and all the folks who made the show possible. Of course, producer Ann and junior producer Lauren. And I don't know who did the phone screening this week, but you did a marvelous job, and I want to thank you for that. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Always a bad town when they have the sideways walk and bent-tailed dog.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.